here.
It's like the John Wick theme.
Papa Roach released Crooked Teeth as a single in late 2016, also incorporating the song into their live set. Okay, do you still have your Billy Bob teeth?
Oh, yes, I do.
As a matter of fact.
Yes, I do.
Because you could sing a little bit of the We Got Crooked Teeth song. Was it got lint in it?
No, but how, I'm so hillbilly that I just broke my crooked teeth.
All right, go ahead.
We got crooked teeth.
Look at the camera.
We got crooked teeth. I got a guitar.
He looks good.
3-3 WMMR.
All right, thank you very much, Kat. So we have 3 gentlemen in our studio, and they have a live show that's coming up Friday, January 3rd at the Landis Theater in Vineland, New Jersey. And one of them you already know very well. In fact, he brought us this, if you will.
No sad bro, 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 no sad bro.
Our former co-worker and always brethren in arms in radio, our good friend Kyle Mack is here with us.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Wonderful.
It's so
nice
great to see you.
See you again, as always.
Yeah, man. Great to see you guys.
And so you're here for a great reason. I've plugged this event before.
We appreciate that a million
My
times
pleasure.
over.
You told me about it a while back when you had the idea, which was maybe a year or so ago.
Yeah, the idea was conceptualized in November of last year.
And it was to do a tribute to Michael McDonald and his music. And one of the things that blew my mind at the time was you said you wanted to do a song from Van Halen in there.
Yeah.
And the song is I'll Wait. And I have since read Michael McDonald's biography, so I now know the story behind all of that.
Yeah.
In that Ted Templeman was a guy who did a lot of producing for groups that Michael was involved in, and of course he was Van Halen's longtime producer, and they needed help writing on a song, so they called him Michael McDonald. That blew my mind.
Yeah.
And then I just love the idea that you were going to delve into all these different projects that he was a part of, either full-time or part-time or just a sideman player and all that. And
Right.
I thought it was brilliant because there's so much material to choose from.
We talk about the documentary Yacht Rock. So in the documentary Yacht Rock, which is excellent, you would have Steely Dan and Michael McDonald kind of at the nexus, at the center of all this, going off into countless other projects, but anything that you would consider, which has since become known as Yacht Rock, really can be traced back to Michael McDonald in some way or another. So
Absolutely
great music.
That documentary came in, and Preston and I were talking before the break here, but they came in at the perfect time. You were saying earlier that we had no idea that documentary was going to come out, but it has put so much focus on the genre and Michael McDonald's music. It just so happens that we're debuting in a couple weeks.
Yes, perfect timing.
You can get tickets at thelandistheater.com, but it's not just Kyle. How many people are in this band?
There's 11 of us.
11 people.
11
But
of
you
us.
need it. You
So
need
you're
it.
going to get this big fat sound, and we want to welcome 2 of them to our studio as well. Michael Ian, who is here. He's been here before.
Thank you.
When we did Steven Singer love songs, you remember that?
Steven and a singer.
Steven and a singer, and Michael played guitar. Michael plays in the band FM. He's a brilliant guitarist, and we want to also welcome Alvin Burnett, who is here. How you doing, Alvin? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And you're a percussionist,
Yes, sir.
and a vocalist.
I've
I've been trying to get him to sing backgrounds during the show, and he's like, "Nah, I'm not having it." But he's a very intricate drummer, so he's got his hands full already.
Well, I've definitely heard some, and you're solid.
Appreciate
I'm a drummer as well.
Oh, I know.
So you and Kyle this was your idea together?
Yeah, pretty much. Me and Kyle, we got together, and it was an idea I passed on to him, and
Yeah,
from there.
Alvin and I, all of us, we've been playing, the bar circuit, the wedding circuit, but what that kind of does for us, it was really restricting creatively, and we wanted to do something that was, while still being covers, but also something that would let us just work on, have a brainchild, have something that we could be passionate about and arrange ourselves.
And so you guys had to come up with the arrangements for these songs. And I'm going to play a couple clips here to give you an idea of how big this sounds.
It's a full sound. You're not going to be undersold on this.
Were some of them truthful reproductions, or are you guys doing your interpretations, or a little bit of both?
There is a It's half and half, really. Some of which if we modeled anything off of anything that was recorded before, it was actually his live arrangements, Michael McDonald's live arrangements. And then there's other stuff like I Keep Forgetting, which is completely, it's doesn't take away from the original song, but it has a new vibe to it that we really like.
You know, the song's in there. You're just giving it your own spin, which is absolutely fine.
Yeah, and we made it. We tried to make it very clear that we're not doing impersonations of Michael McDonald. This is a celebration of his music.
Yeah, so it's called the Michael McDonald Experience, minute by minute Michael McDonald Experience. So so I'm going to play a couple of clips. Where were these recorded in the studio?
Yeah, well, actually, we recorded at Michael's house. He has a whole studio in his house in his basement.
I got a whole setup.
And you can fit all 11 people in there?
In pieces.
In pieces.
And you did a lot of the arranging, right?
Yeah.
Michael, yeah, very cool.
All right.
Yeah, they kind of brought me on as the musical director.
Okay. All right, I'm going to play a little bit. Here's one from Doobie Brothers you might recognize. Or Keeps Me Running. That was, that was
Doobie Brothers.
All right, here we go. Who's singing lead on that?
That is Miss Kelly Banks.
All right.
Very, very dynamic vocalist. Yes. And other vocalists that we have on the show include Alan Bowser, myself, and then Michael sings the Van Halen song.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to play another one. This is Sweet Freedom, which was a Michael McDonald song.
Great song.
It's a solo hit.
Yeah, here we go. Again, they're playing the Landis Theater, and that's going to be on Friday, January 3rd. And they got all the big fat backup vocals.
You need it. That's awesome. All right, I'll play another quick clip, and then we're going to get some live music from you guys here in our studio. And this one, I'm going to play. This is awesome. This is Kyle and this Yamo B.
Yes.
Which is a great song.
Is a James Ingram and Michael McDonald duet.
All right, and here we go.
We take from each other and give nothing yet. Oh, when it's a doggone shame, but never too late for change. So if your luck runs low, just reach out and call his name. His name. I won't be there.
Landis Theater, January 3rd, 8 p.m. show. And Landis Theater, by the way, big contributors to Camp Out for Hunger this
Yes,
year.
they were.
It was
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Very
to have them
exciting.
down there for that.
Yes, Ray Mamrak, down there. We a shout out to him.
Yeah.
Alvin has had a long relationship with the Landis Theater and their club that's adjacent to it for a while. And so when we were trying to think of places to debut the show, we reached out to Ray, and he's a huge Michael McDonald fan.
Big shout out to Ray.
Yeah, and so it just made sense for us to do that over there.
I think, as I said before at the camp out, I think you're onto something here. I think this is the time for this now because people love, again, they may not realize how much of that music that they love, the common line is Michael McDonald running throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, so guys are going to play something here for us.
Let's do it.
We got guitar, we got cajon, we got the vocals of Kyle Mack, and we're going to move this mic down.
There we go. Yes, sir.
Get that in place, and I'll just kind of mix it as we go along. What are we going to hear? What's this first song? It's a melody, right? Or medley?
Medley, yeah. We're gonna attempt. What was it? Taken to the Streets and Ride Like the Wind.
That's a cool one.
Bits of that.
All right.
There we go.
Let's get on it. Here we go. This is Minute by Minute, Michael McDonald Experience.
1, 2, 3, 4. You don't know me, but I'm your brother. I was raised here in this living hell. You don't know my kind in your world. Fairly soon the time will tell. You telling me the things you're gonna do for me. I am blind and I don't like what I think I see. Taking it to the street. No more need for running. No more need for hiding. Take this message to my brother. You will find him everywhere. Wherever people live together. Tied in poverty's despair. Oh, you, hey, telling me the things you're gonna do for me. Oh, and I am blind and I don't like what I think I see. Taking it to the street. No more need for running. No more need for hiding. Taking it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Taking it to. It is a night, my body's weak. I'm on the run, no time to sleep. Gotta ride like the wind to be free again. And I've got such a long way to go to make it to the border of Mexico. So I'll ride like the wind, gonna ride like the wind. I was born a son of a lawless man. Always lived my life with a gun in my hand. Left my life, gun down 10, gonna ride like the wind. And I've got a long way to go to make it to the border of Mexico. So I'll ride like the wind, gonna ride like the wind. Gonna ride like the wind.
Kyle, Michael, and Alvin, and it's Minute by Minute. It is the Michael McDonald Experience, and yeah, man, this is going to be a lot of fun. How long does the show run? You guys got it timed out?
When it's not separated, it's about an hour and 45, but we're doing 2 45 to 60-minute sets.
Okay,
so there's
break in
intermission between. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I might suggest you watch the Yacht Rock documentary. It'll get you a little bit of a primer on all of the stuff that you didn't realize, and then come see this live and get the full experience.
Some Steely Dan in there for the evening too.
Yes, sir. We're doing Peg.
Oh, excellent.
Yes. So Peg was my
Hold on, Case, why's your mic on?
I don't know. It's probably better that way. But but that was our literally. It's gonna sound weird. It was like our fraternity anthem. Every single fraternity party we had, we would play that, and the whole frat would like dance, and we just had the best time. So
it's an amazing song, and I know Casey, you and I are both massive Steely Dan fans as well. But Michael McDonald, Peg. And Michael McDonald talks about the fact they needed someone who could keep hitting those high notes and Peg, and he that sound that that's him.
What's the other Steely Dan song?
Oh, that's the only one we got so far.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But there's like as the show keeps evolving, there's always going to be room for more.
Yeah.
So Steely Dan, Doobie Brothers, Michael McDonald solo, Christopher Cross,
Right.
Van Halen,
James Ingram.
Kenny
Loggins.
Kenny Loggins. Yeah, they were songwriting
Excellent,
partners.
yeah.
What song from Kenny Loggins?
We are doing This Is It.
Oh, Kenny Loggins.
Man.
He's hard to sing. That's hard to sing, right?
Yeah, so that's why I'm not doing it.
And the dude still got it. He still got it.
When I was 4 years old, I had this book called The Very Big Book of Me, and my favorite song when I was 4 was "This Is It."
Really?
Yeah, and so I will always. And by the way, you look a
you're
little like
obligated to
Kenny
come in.
Loggins.
Yeah.
You could do it like Kenny Loggins lookalike
I've
contest.
gotten that before.
All right.
I was playing with some guys and they had wanted to do I'm All Right, the Caddyshack thing.
Yes, yeah,
and,
yeah.
and I stopped and I go, have you actually stopped and listened to the vocal breaks in that song? I know it's a fun from a goofy comedy movie, but it is technically hard stuff to pull off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the harmonies in Peg alone.
Yeah.
All from Michael McDonald.
All that stuff is extremely intricate and difficult.
And Steely Dan, and they were super precise about their stuff. So if you made the cut, as Michael McDonald did many times, you were in the pantheon of musicians and vocalists.
He's told that story about recording those background vocals a million times on different documentaries. But the interesting thing was like how those vocal parts are so close together.
Yeah.
And so close that he actually had the engineer mute the previous harmony parts just so he wouldn't be confused.
Yeah.
It's easy to get distracted.
Right.
But Michael's such a great music director and also a vocal arranger for these background parts. So he had me, and he's singing background during the entire show as well. So he had me, Kelly, and Alan working hard on getting these parts right.
Yeah,
So
I had to keep it musically organized.
Yeah, you got to separate all those parts and figure out who has what part and make sure they stick to it and do it right. And
It's almost like big band arranging.
No, it clearly is. And Preston keeps using the word full, which you need. You have that full sound. So right now, in anticipation of the event, what one song are you most looking forward to taking out and just blowing the audience away with?
Well, I think, surprisingly enough, I think that Ride Like the Wind has become the showstopper.
Yeah.
And that's how we have, it's a very energetic performance. It gives Alvin also a chance, to really work. He has a couple of solos on that. Our percussionist Edgardo Cintron has a couple of solos at the end of that song. And so we decided that for this show, it's going to be our first set closer, but it's really, really drives and pumps. It's all
cool. All right, so you got drummer, percussionist. You've got obviously a bass player. How many guitars?
Guitar, keys.
Keys. How many singers?
Three singers and then 3 horns.
And 3 horns.
I'm going to shout them out real quick. So on bass, we have John Colvin. On keys, we have Isan Cover-El. On percussions, we have Edgardo Cintron, like I've said. We also have Alan Bowser, Kelly Banks on vocals. And then on the horn section, we have Carl Cox, Matt Cappy, and Andrew Boostrom. Nick, you might be surprised to know that Matt Cappy has actually played with Dave Matthews Band before.
Wow.
And Alvin's favorite band is Dave Matthews.
In what capacity did he play?
He subbed in on trumpet.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what.
Yeah, they'll bring guest musicians on from time to time, and so I think they've had a guest trumpeter on when they played Camden. By the way, we got a text from Pierre Robert, and he says he wants to know if you guys cover Rupert Holmes at all in the act.
Well, I first have to figure out who that guy is.
Pina Colada song.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Escape. Did Michael?
No.
Michael McDonald help write that?
I don't know.
No.
I think
You know
Pierre's,
what?
Probably.
We can do an
Pierce is a
encore of
fan.
Rupert Holmes. We'll do that.
All right. Another Pierre.
Any Pina Colada fans?
Rupert Holmes.
Technically, Pierre, that's the one piece of music that he hates is
Oh, so he's just looking for a reason not to come.
Is
Okay,
he really
gotcha.
texting you?
Yeah, he wanted to know if they cover Rupert Holmes.
Well, listen, get tickets to this event. This is going to be a really cool night of music. It's at the Landis Theater, and these guys need to get the word out about this, and we're happy to help our good friend and brethren Kyle here. But we want this to do really well. I want these guys to. I want you to have a great night out, and I want these guys to have a great time giving it to you.
Don't you have a good feeling about this? This whole idea? Yeah.
And I wanted to say a couple of thanks for some people who have really, really helped out and made this thing happen and support us. Mr. Kevin White, he is also a producer on the show. He's not here, but he's been a financial and admin advisor for all of us. These guys, especially Mike Ian, who's helping us arrange this incredibly difficult show. The entire band, the singers. I also want to thank my family and my girlfriend for all of her support. I also want to thank MMR for all the free time they gave me to put the show together. I want to say thank you, the Preston and Steve Show.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys didn't really have to do all the supporting for us that you did, but I love you guys so much for every single thing. That you've always been a huge supporter of me for years.
Yep.
And I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for my experiences with you guys. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you guys so
very
much.
cool.
We love you.
Yeah.
We absolutely
And
love
shout
you.
out to the YouTube audience.
They're going crazy right now.
A
over
lot
this
of
whole
them,
thing.
a lot of them are coming.
Yeah.
and so
nice.
they've been huge supporters as well. So thank you, YouTube guys. Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
Kyle ran our YouTube channel, our stream for a long time.
And corresponded with him actively.
Yep, excellent. All right, well, good luck, guys. Thank you very much. The show is January 3rd. It's a Friday, the Landis Theater in Vineland. So you can go thelandistheater.com. Get your tickets now to see Minute by Minute Michael McDonald Experience. So thank you, Kyle and Michael.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back.